Come. All right, Shalawam Akim. This great Millstone, New Orleans, coming back at you with another lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Yahawashi,
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. So we're just reflecting on how, as things are getting worse in this society, brothers are still in good spirits. You know, brothers are going through different afflictions, infirmities. Some brothers getting into, gruesome accidents, still, having heavy, spirits of comfort, because we know that all of these things that happen to us are really leading towards the kingdom of heaven. And there's nothing that's happening currently or that's about to happen that's going to stop Israel from getting the kingdom. So we're going to start with you can start with that Isaiah 33:6.
I'll grab it if nobody have it. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and salvation, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure."
Right. It says stability of that times, man, being stable. All right. When you look at what's about to come on the earth, a lot of people are going to be very unstable because their faith has been in things that are clearly about to be destroyed. All right. The monetary system, status in this world, these fake relationships, fake friendships, marriages, family, you name it. Okay. Family here is really your relatives. They're just people you're related to. An actual family, is getting stronger. Brothers going to different cities, brothers mending, different grievances that we've had amongst one another. The brotherhood's getting stronger, the actual family. Then you have people you're related to, they're bugging out because gas prices are fluctuating. They don't know how to deal. How much more when, bread is $30 a loaf? They're going to lose it, man. But the scripture says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. We're going to be in good spirits when these people are losing their minds and panicking. And that's one of the gifts of Yahawashi bahasham and Yahawashi, the comforter. What you got it out? You got the other Isaiah? Push out.
This is Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, "Therefore, thus said Yahweh thy power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed."
Right. The scripture says, "My servant shall eat." So what would you want to do right now? You would want to be a servant of Yahawashi bahasham and Yahawashi, man. All right. That word baka in the Hebrew is your servant. All right. We're servants of the Lord. The scripture says, "He that waiteth upon me." Wait doesn't mean sit around and do nothing. A waiter is actually working. He's a servant. So it says, "Behold, my servant shall eat." When all these people are starving, they have no idea where their next meal is coming from. Now, brothers, we've gone through, the Day of Atonement. Brothers fast throughout the year. Brothers can go a day or two without food without losing it. These people, some of these people, a lot of our people have never fasted ever. Not even intermittent fasting. They can't skip a meal. They're gonna lose it, man. Going a day without food for the average Israelite, man.
Hey, it's funny that because spot and these fucking niggas across the street, they had a whole fight outside earlier. JP, he's everywhere, all because of motherfuckers cook nothing, man.
Wow.
Yeah, motherfuckers going up, trying to go upside the girl head, running down the street. He's crazy. All over a meal because somebody ain't cooked. It's on time.
Now that's one meal. Imagine days without food.
Come on.
Lose it, man. The nigga woman, big Keisha, big mama, big Shirley. These people gonna eat their kids. And we say that and people bug out like, "Oh man, that's crazy. Y'all reading the Bible. How you talking about cannibalism?" That's in the Bible. It's gonna happen. It happened in 70 AD. It happened in Assyria. Our people have been cannibals multiple times because when times get rough, our people really don't care about their kids like that. If you cared about your children, you would be in the truth. You'd be serving the Lord so that he could preserve you in that day. Matter of fact, if you can get that Psalms, that's right on time. You got the Psalms out, 97?
As Psalms 97 verse 10. "Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivered them out of the hands of the wicked."
Right. Those that love the Lord hate evil, and he preserves our souls. Now, who hates evil? Who on the earth right now is condemning the so-called white man, condemning what's been done to the children of Israel, condemning the ways of this world, condemning the pollution? All right, the scripture tells you in Revelation that the Lord's coming back to destroy them that destroy the earth. Who's talking about that? Who actually hates evil? His servants, the prophets, the men that are on the highways and hedges telling us devil is going down. And the scripture says he's going to deliver us out of the hand of the wicked. And we believe that. We believe wholeheartedly in the name YAHAWASHI, he the deliverer. YAHAWASHI meaning deliver, salvation. We believe that. That's why we're doing what we do. And we're going to be rewarded. I brought this hour of that number. But go back to that Isaiah 65, Abu Ghashah. Read the next verse.
God, this is verse 14. It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Right. And it says, my servant shall sing for joy of heart. We're going to be rejoicing when all these things are happening. What kind of sick and twisted individual would be singing and laughing during mass death, during destruction, during pestilence, during martial law, during World War III? The servants of the Lord, those that hate evil, because we know that all of these things that are happening mean what? The end of Esau. Esau is the end of the world. And what follows? Jacob, all right, the kingdom of heaven, the 12 tribes of Israel ruling. That's why we don't trip when we see, oh, World War III. It looks like Vladimir Putin's going out of his mind. Keep it up. Keep talking. Keep backing it up. We want these things to happen. These things bring us joy. You
have to back it up on us. We're gonna be, because the Lord's gonna be laughing. Proverbs 1:22. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and you scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof, all right, which the reproof is the Bible. Oh, I will pour out my spirit upon you, and I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and you have refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man guarded. And here's the point. Everything else is the point. It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproofs. I also will laugh at your calamities. I will mock when your fear cometh.
That's plain, man. And how's the Lord going to laugh? We say this all the time. He's going to crack the clouds and physically laugh. I mean, he might do that, but he's really going to laugh through us. The same way he talks to his people, he's going to laugh at his people, man. We're going to be exceedingly happy when these things happen, because we told you people. That's why the scripture says read that part again where it says you refused.
It says 24. It says, because I have called and ye refused.
Yeah, how's the Lord call? He calls through his servants on the highways and hedges in these video epistles. He's calling our people right now through this ministry, and he's been calling for over 15 years on YouTube specifically, and our people refuse. They mock the prophets, they threaten us, they say they're going to do this and that, they throw water on us. But man, everything that you've done that to YAHAWASHI. You haven't done that to regular men. We're just people in the world. But when we put on these garments and we read out of the word of the Lord, the things that you're doing to us, you're doing to the Lord. So he's going to laugh at you, man. And it's rightfully so. You want to say something, Kaya?
I've seen a lot of scoffers over years. They don't remember you, but you remember them. You look at them, like they took the life out of a lot of them, man. It look like they was on the movie Thinner or something, You see them all jacked up. You see them tell about how somebody didn't pass away in their life or something happened to them. That's the Lord, because you're doing it to the Lord. When you do it to us, you do it to the Lord. But I'm going to keep reading, though. Back at the point in 26, it says, I also will laugh at your calamities. I will mock when your fear cometh. When fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, they shall call on me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. There you go.
God. And that goes into Amos, that famine of the word. They're going to seek to and fro. They're going to be looking. You might be a random Jake in the world. If you have a beard, people are going to ask you, hey, you were Israelite? You one of them? Like just a random Jake with a beard is going to get harassed in that day, man. Because it's going to be, all hell is going to break loose. And these people, the Lord's going to put it in their mind like, man, that's what those guys were talking about on YouTube. That's what them guys, them crazy conspiracy theorists. They said this was going to happen, especially when the charagma, the MOTB, when that's mandatory. Even these other Israelite groups that have been playing games, they're not going to have any cloak for their sin. They're not going to be able to go to their congregation, their so-called leaders, and ask them questions. They've been lying the whole time, playing games, having marriages, making mockery of the true servants of Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi. So in that day, they're going to be up shit's creek, man. And we're going to be laughing. We're going to laugh at you niggas, man. It is what it is. The same way y'all laugh at us now, it's all good. You know, scriptures say, matter of fact, let's get that. I'll go on to the next.
Yeah, I'm about to get it.
Oh, you got it, Doc.
This is Proverbs 28 and 4. It says, "They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh understand all things."
Yeah, and that word contempt means to fight. Basically, the righteous and wicked are at odds right now, man. We're at variance. So when the Lord shows who He's really dealing with, which is the righteous, obviously, the wicked, where does that leave them? They're going to be howling and gnashing their teeth because they hate the commandments, and really at the end of the day, they were set up to be the wicked for our sake. But that's not going to stop us from laughing at our people, man. Yeah.
And even when it says evil men understand not judgment, because the Lord said in the latter times, every man will consider it perfectly. In other words, they'll consider what the latter times beheld for them. Like right now, men don't understand what's going to befall them. Neither do they care. Right? You're looking at a careless generation that only care about the right here, right now, or the bag. All right. And at the end of the day, there's judgment coming. So if you don't understand judgment, then obviously you're going to be a part of it. You got it, bro.
God, that's a good point. If you don't understand what's going on, that means the Lord's not dealing with you. And if the Lord's not dealing with you, He's about to kill you, most likely. You do have brothers that are gonna come in at the last minute, but it's like you can't even tell Jake that because Jake hears, oh wait, I can wait till the very last.
Just wait.
Yeah, because they don't understand judgment, which means what? The Lord blinded them so He could judge them. You're gonna understand when it happens. You see, you had something, Mike?
Oh yeah, I got that scripture called out.
Come on, Kalai, you can get yours first.
I just wanted to make a point. Hey, you had you pretty much
Somebody, people hollering or some shit.
Yeah.
in the background. There's something going on.
Yeah, that was strange.
That's
All
a
right,
shame.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got it out.
They gonna learn in the end. You know, prescribed to what is that? 2nd Ezra 9 and 9 and on down. But I wanted to bring this quick precept out. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 25. Because Kaya, you said something, you know, these people know not judgment. All they know is prosperity at this point. You know, it says, verse 25, in the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction. And like I said, right now, they don't know affliction. It hasn't come upon them yet. But as we've been preaching, it's quickly approaching. It says, and in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. Hey, and you know, as the men of the Lord, Abarat myself and the men on the screen, and brothers who sincere around the four corners of the earth, Lord willing, we be able to see these people who scoffed and, you know, came up against us, family members, friends, you know, just average Joe Blow scoffers, man. Lord willing, we see them in the day of their affliction. You know, that haughty look that they had on their face, we won't, you know, you won't see that in that day. But it says, for it's an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. Hey, and what are their ways? Wicked towards the men of the Lord, which is ultimately wicked towards Yahawashi. It says, the affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end, his deeds shall be discovered. And their deeds were they were wicked. So what did they get in return? A wicked reward. But just to circle back to the point, we're gonna get a righteous reward, and a side effect to that righteous reward is seeing these people overcome by affliction, man. You got it, brother.
Can we read Revelation I believe the 22nd chapter, Yahawashi says he's coming quickly to reward every man according to his works. And you have good rewards for good deeds, and you have bad rewards, evil rewards for evil deeds. And our people are full of evil, man. They're going to be, every Israelite is about to receive a reward, whether you, what was it telling you in Galatians, man? What you reap, what you sow, man. Our people are sowing wickedness. What you got, it, Kabar? You got that, Luke?
God. Is Luke 6 verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you.
I started 23.
God. Is Luke 6 and 23. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy.
Yeah, it says rejoice in that day, leap for joy. This is talking about tribulation. This is talking about destruction. And Yahawashi, this is in red letters. He's saying, rejoice ye in that day, leap for joy. Why would you leap for joy at the end of America, at the end of Babylon the Great? Because this is wicked. And we're about to get the greatest deliverance that the earth has ever seen. You got it?
For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets.
Right. The scripture tells you the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. So how much more the spirit of the scoffers, the spirit of the scorners, the spirit of the wicked, the spirit of the degenerates, all right, all of the people in our nation, the reason that we went down in the first place, they're coming back here to receive their judgment. So don't feel bad for these people. These are the same niggas that had us wandering in the wilderness. These are the same niggas that came up against Moses. They came up against Joshua. They came up against King David. They came up against Yahawashi. These are the same people that would rather have Barabbas rule than Yahawashi. They would rather Joe Biden stay in power than Yahawashi come back and establish a righteous kingdom. So we don't feel any kind of way about these people. You love the so-called white man more than you love your own king because he looks like you, because you have low self-esteem. Death is better for you. You have something you want to add?
Oh yeah, I wanted to say, we rejoice in that day as well, because our brothers out, we be all those men that in the past life we've been speaking on this since the beginning. All right, so now that we seen this thing about to come to pass on this side, we rejoice in that, man.
God.
I got one real fast. This is Sirach 25 and 7. This is, there be 9 things I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the tent I will utter with my tongue is a man that has joy of his children, he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. And both of them are of the same joy. All right. So when a man of the Lord sees has an opportunity to have joy in his children and to see the fall of his enemies, he had peace, he had joy, he takes pleasures in it, man. And we're gonna be laughing at our enemies, whether they're the wicked of the house of Israel, which is the 2/3, and the wicked, which the other nations. All right, we're gonna laugh in that day, man. You seeing you get burned up, we seeing all type of tanks and Humvees and shit roll over your ass and whatever manner of positioning you in, we're gonna laugh, man. Hey, I can look at that nigga die with his mouth open. Hey, I can look at that on his belly, man. We gonna laugh, man. I know I'm gonna laugh. I know I man. One thing about it, man, look, we Jake good for talking shit, man. We gonna talk it. We gonna talk it, man. Seeing you get chased by a pack of lions and shit, trying to hop the gate and they get your ass. All right, we gonna laugh, man. Big booty Keisha can't run with that hydrogel ass, man. We gonna laugh, man. It's gonna be funny as hell too. We're gonna have that old laugh when your stomach hurting, your abs start to lock up on you, man. That old laugh, man. And we ain't laughed like that in a long time, but we're gonna laugh like that in that day though, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, even right now, you seeing Eve catch 7 shots point blank range. It's like, man, what did she do? Ain't nobody crying behind that, man. Oh, why? That's a female. Why? How could you do that? We not in that spirit, man. Jake ain't been in that spirit in a long time. That whole she's a female, like, nah, man. The pride and haughtiness of these women, all of these Babylonian women, not just Eve, it's about to be brought real low. But you can keep going on that, Luke.
Verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Right, Kanye West, Ice Cube, all of these niggas, Kendrick Lamar, Kodak Black, all these Israelites that know they're Israelites, but they're playing games because they're scared to lose their money, they received their consolation. Right? There was a time in this truth where Jake was like, oh man, so and so knows they're Israelite. That's beautiful. That's, you know, oh, such and such. They said they're an Israelite, and Jake get all excited. Now everybody know they're Israelite. Now it's about, you know, what are you going to do with that information? You know, the priest earlier, he did a lesson on, you know, brothers' characters are going to be revealed. This truth, that's what this truth does. It reveals your true intent. And a lot of people's true intent is, okay, yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, but I love America. Yeah, I know I'm an Israelite, but I got to get the bag. Their intent is not the kingdom of heaven. Their intent is not Yahawashi, pleasing the Lord. Their intent is keeping the so-called white man society going so that they could be just one step higher up than another nigger. Like, as long as I have a little bit more than the next Jake, I could stun on him. I could buy a car he can't buy. I could live in a neighborhood he can't live in. But then you have to bow down to the counterfeit Jew. You basically bending over for your enemy, so you can just have a little bit more than the next your brother, your neighbor. It's sickening, man.
Yeah, all you is just a richer man in the plantation. That's it.
Yeah, a richer slave.
Yeah.
A better slave.
Yeah. God. You can keep going.
Verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Come, woe unto you that laugh now, you shall mourn and weep. So those that are mourning and weeping now, we're gonna laugh in that day. As the brother read earlier, we're gonna mock when your fear cometh. Your calamity is gonna come as a whirlwind, and it's gonna be hilarious because your calamity is actually already written in the Bible. We're reading it to you. Brothers and made signs showing you this is what's going to happen. This is how martial law looks. This is how the charagma is going to be implemented. These are the FEMA camps. This is what's going on. These are the guillotines that the government ordered. These are the holotips that the government ordered. We're not only telling you in plain English, brothers actually have physical signs to show you what's about to happen. And you mock, you laugh. So guess what? That's going to happen to you. And we're not going to feel any type of way. But if a brother can get Bayan, if you can get 2 Corinthians 7 and 4.
Come. You said 7 and 4? Come. This is 2 Corinthians 7, verse 4. It says, great is my boldness of speech towards you. Great is my glorying of you. I am filled with comfort. I am exceeding joyful in all our tribulation.
I'm exceeding joyful in all our tribulation. That's Apostle Paul was a man that was grieved. He had, you know, certain health issues that pricked him, and he lived with them. But he says, I'm exceeding joyful in all our tribulation. Why? Because the tribulation proves that, first of all, the word of the Most High is true, is faithful. Everything that's happening to us is what the Lord said would happen. So how much more when all hell breaks loose and we're brought on the news, we're being painted as being terrorists, we're being asked questions by, you know, the so-called nobles of this world. Yahawashi said that would happen. So when it happens, we're going to be exceedingly glad. Even when brothers' heads are being put in guillotines, the scripture tells you that there are going to be men that are actual members of the 144,000 that are going to be beheaded for not taking the charagma. So you might even be laughing in a guillotine, man. That's the kind of spirit the Lord's going to put on you. You're not going to bug out if you're of that number. You might, you know, your heart rate might go up. You know, there's going to be adrenaline. Obviously, we're in the flesh, but you're actually going to see, like, man, this is what John the Revelator saw. I'm living what John the Revelator saw and wrote about. This right now. You're going to be in a joyful spirit. Then you're going to be right on a chariot. You're going to go straight from a guillotine to a chariot, executing judgment. There's nothing like this. This is not the Nation of Islam. This is not the Baptist religion. This is not wokeism. None of that, man. This is the actual truth. We're living the scriptures, and the more and more that these prophecies come to pass, the more excited we're going to be. You say you had something, Goliath?
Yeah, I got something for you, brother. Hey, backing up exactly what you're saying, man. You know, because we're gonna be exceedingly grateful and joyous when these things come upon us. We understand the prophecies. We understand that, you know, when you read these scriptures, the prophets will be going through these things, and we're doing the work of the prophets. All right, at this present time, and Abarat Zah, we continue doing that. You know, and that's a beautiful thing, because we understand what's the reward. What's a prophet's reward? All right, but this is 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. All right, and know that the fiery trial going to day-to-day things, you know, shit, and it go all the way up to what? Like you just brought out, being beheaded, all right, for Yahawashi's sake, being brought in front kings and judges of the earth, all right. But it says, as though some strange thing happened unto you. It says, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahawashi's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. And pretty much just backing up the point that you brought out, brother. You know, it's a honorable act to go through these fiery trials for Yahawashi's sake, man. But you got it, bro.
God, it is honorable. This is going to be, our works follow us into the kingdom of heaven. This is the only thing. Look, what we're doing right now is the only thing that's going to make it to the kingdom. Our bodies aren't even, we're not going to take these bodies into the kingdom with us. The only thing that's going to be in the kingdom that's here right now is our works, our labor of love, our brotherhood, our fellowship. We're going to be in the kingdom laughing about, hey, you remember back in New Orleans? Hey, you remember, you know, the brother from North Carolina's in the chat right now, Shalawam. You know, if we're of that number, we'll be in the kingdom. Hey, you remember when we came to North Carolina, we brought it out? You know, these are things that are going to still exist in the kingdom, not our bodies, not your job, not how much money you have, not, you know, your baby mom, not trauma, dealing with child support, dealing with Esau. I mean, your baby mom and Esau are going to be in the kingdom, but it's going to be, they're going to be in their rightful position, which is underneath the Israelite man. Nothing of this world is going to last. That's why it tells you in Peter, all of the works are going to be burnt up with fire. It's not just the buildings. It's not just the cars. The actual works of this place are going to be destroyed. You got it, huh?
Yeah, and that's how we are hitting in Yahawashi. We have to understand your works intertwines with your spirit. That's why a man works follow. But what's following that man is his spirit. Because when you go to 2 Corinthians, Paul said we have, if our earthly house be dissolved, we have an eternal house in the heavens, which is our spirit. All right. Our works is connected to our spirit, man. All right. And that's why we're hitting in Yahawashi, man. That's why with his spirit comes what? Our works, man. That's why we're joyful in the things that we did work in, whether we labored in it. All right. It was part of our work. All right. It's not even this life. It don't even feel like we're in slavery no more because we have the truth, man. But we clearly in slavery. We clearly laboring every day. All right. But it's like our minds have unchained us, you know, and we happy to partake in that joy because we know our joy have a rest, it have a peace, it has an end to it. But this Sirach 1:22, it says a furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction. A patient man will tear for a time, and afterwards joy shall spring up unto him. Got it?
I got two.
Afterwards, joy shall spring unto him. That's beautiful. And it's just, you know, it's a spirit you said that because in St. John, the 8th chapter, Yahawashi said, what? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. That doesn't mean you shall know the truth and then you'll be a millionaire. You shall know the truth and then you don't have to pay bills anymore. No, we still physically in bondage, but we're free now, man. Our spirits are free. We don't have to, listen, when you look at these niggas in the world that are so-called woke, or they're trying to you know, come up with some way to get reparations or fight white supremacy. They don't have the truth. They know they're in hell, but they don't have the truth. So they're still in bondage. They're still trying to find some way within the system to change the system, which makes them what? Slaves. It makes them foolish. It makes them beholden unto, you know, the counterfeit Jew. It makes them try to find some way in this system. We got to come up with this law, get this bill passed. But we free. There's no point that any Israelite man in his right mind, we wake up trying to come up with some kind of plan to save our people in captivity. We're free from that. We know. Oh, you got it?
Real quick, because that's funny that you said that. That's what I was holding in John 8:34 about know the truth and truth shall make you free. But also when you go down to 36, it says if the Son which is Yahawashi, if the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. And that's what happened unto us too. We are free indeed, man, through our minds. Like the Lord unhinged and release us mentally from these chains, these dark chains on our minds, man, that Esau have pretty much covered the whole earth with, man. This damn dogma. We are woke. You know, and I'm happy to be woke, man. Just off that. Sometimes, man, you be going through your daily life, or you might be chilling, and you start to think like, man, boy, if I was still in the world and all this shit getting ready to come, because we understand where these people gonna be at. They're gonna be bugged out. Because if you was in a position to not know what you know now, and this shit just spring on you, it's over with for you, man. You don't know the Lord. You don't know the Lord's name. You don't know martial law is coming, the chip. You know, you don't know that your enemy's finna pounce on you and shit. You 2/3 Jakes out there, man. You're gonna be in a tight position, man. Which you need to be. You don't believe shit anyway. Oh, y'all guys, I heard it so many times. Y'all guys crazy. That's never gonna happen. You know. But you're gonna find out.
Precept to that.
Yeah, go ahead, you got it.
And real quick, Samaki, before you go, I just want to give a personal testimony. Like talking to brothers in this truth and talking to guys in the world that are going through the exact same thing, it's like night and day. When you talk to Jake and the truth that lose a job, it's like, whatever, I'll get another job. They're not, their identity isn't wrapped up in what they do. So if they lose a job here, they get another one. It's no big deal. You talk to Jake in the world who loses his job, he's like, he start panicking. It's almost like you're talking to a woman. Like his spirit is just like all over the place. It's like you got to calm him down. You know, Jake in the truth have an issue with his kids or his woman. It's like, whatever, she put me on child support, keep moving. Jake in the world's like, my kids, what am I gonna do? You know, it's like, man, it's like night and day. Jake in the world and Jake in the truth is like night and day, man. Oh, you want to say something, guy?
Yeah, that Sirach 1:22, it says a furious man cannot be justified. When you go on the Good News translation, it says there's no excuse for unjustified anger. It can bring about your downfall. You got it?
Yeah, that could cause you to go off. That could cause you to do something stupid, break the law. It mess with your mind, man. The problems of this world really weigh on Jake's head. If you're not in the truth and you're not grounded in Yahawashi, you could get, like you just said, you could end up just being overthrown. You do something crazy because you lose your temper. Next thing you know, you're behind bars. Now you got the issue you were dealing with on top of legal issues. The original issue didn't go away. You just made it worse by reacting, crazy. What you got, Samaki?
Yeah, everybody. They got this new term in the world where everybody wants to crash out.
Yeah.
We can crash out. We don't have the room to crash out, man. It's another script I'm trying to get for you, though.
I got a quick brief on that topic, if you don't mind, Samaki.
Well, let me pull mine real quick, guys, since I ain't got
you got it.
To pull one yet.
You got it, brother. Salah.
All right. This is Psalm 9 and 10. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou Most High hast not forsaken them that seek thee. That's back in what Yakana was saying about you got to have that name because JT coming, the food shortages, civil war, race war, economy crashing. You're gonna need that name. That's like the ultimate password, man. That you're gonna need in that day when all hell breaking loose. And the ones, put their trust in the Most High. He hasn't forsaken them, so you're gonna be taken care of in that day with the food, the water. Like you're saying in Isaiah, you're gonna have shelter, clothing, and you're gonna have a good old hearty laugh.
God. And that precept straight to the point, because if your trust not in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, what is your trust in? Who knows,
crashing
man?
Out.
Yeah, crashing out.
Jake believe in himself. Just a quick pre on that crashing out. This Proverbs 19 and 11. It says the discretion of a man deferred his anger, and it is his glory to pass over transgression. But this generation is in a great transgression. They can't pass over a transgression when they walk in transgressions. All right, so they can't defer their anger. That's why it says a furious man will sway his spirit, man. Meaning what? He's gonna kindle his decision making, which is already what? Debt worthy. A lot of people don't think that decisions end up being debt worthy. You got life worthy decisions and you have debt worthy decisions. And our people is always tampering with the debt worthy decisions predicated on their thought patterns. All right. Because they don't have prudence. They don't have wisdom. They don't have insight. All right. Because that's how you defer your anger. And that way you can pass over transgression. But our people, this is the generation, though. Just look at them. They got the blood of the prophets on them. All right. They got Yahawashi blood. Let his blood be on me and his children. They uncovered. At this point, the generation of these people is just uncovered, man. All right. So there's a judgment for them. You got it.
Hey, I got a scripture. You can't be around those type of people, man, because all they're gonna do is either you're gonna go to jail or they're gonna get your ass killed, man. You know, that's why we don't deal with 2/3 or hang around 2/3 like that, man. This is 8 and 11. I'm down to 15 when I get a chance. This is 11 though. It says, "Rise not up in anger at the presence of an injurious person, lest he lay in wait to entrap thee in thy words." That's what niggas do, all right? 2/3. They try to entrap you in your words, all right? Or how you conduct yourself or talk, whatever it may be. It says, "Lend not unto him that is mightier than thee, mightier unto," my bad, let me read that again. Lend not unto him that is mightier thyself, for if thou lendest him, count it but loss. I'm gonna jump down to 15. Still on the point, it says, "Travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly." There you go.
Yeah, through his folly, man. You're gonna perish. See, the scripture tells you that a man shall cleave unto his life. There's no possible way you can fully believe in the kingdom of heaven, truly be a brother, truly believe in the name and the prophecies, and just be super comfortable around goofy niggas, angry, violent niggas, street crazy niggas. Like there's going to be a variance. Either they're going to look at you like, okay, this guy's green, this guy's a square, this guy's a mark, we could rob this nigga, or you're going to look at them like, man, this guy's a whole nigga. Like that, you're not going to be able to. Scripture says, "Can two walk together lest they be agreed?" If you walking with a nigga, you a nigga, man. At the end of the day, so when Jay come into truth and try to play both sides, again, going back to what the brother said earlier, man. This truth is going to manifest. How you put it out? It's on the horizon.
Oh, there is. I see the men's characters, is about to be on the horizon.
Yeah.
The revetting of it is about to be on the horizon. Yeah.
Hey, I got one more line. It says, strive not with anger, with an angry man. Strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place. It says, for blood is as nothing in his sight, and where there is no help, he will overthrow thee.
Yeah, blood is nothing in his sight. There's nothing for Jake to take the life of another Jake. You can't be associating with somebody like that, because we're in a time of judgment. We're in a time where all of the seeds that you've been sowing your whole life, you're about to reap. So you don't want to be anywhere near a nigga that's been sowing wickedness, folly, and niggardry for the past 15 years, and then you walking with him one day when it's his day to get judged. Jake don't even do that in the world. Jake not hanging out with the ops. Like this nigga clearly he clearly about to get judged. You don't just be around dude. Like you don't have him around your kids. Jake know that in the world. Yeah.
A injurious man is an unjust man. He's harmful to living things, man. Yeah. So when the elder brought out injurious, would you say they have injurious practices or something like that? They unjust men. They harmful to living things. So basically, they're
y'all can hear me on that?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Wait, I mean, injurious person though. It's injurious person.
Yeah, injurious person. That's an unjust person who's harmful to living things. So obviously, what's going to stick to him is death. The opposite of living is dying. So if you walking with a man that's glued in or stuck to dying, then you're gonna die with him. I mean, he's unjust. He's harmful to the living.
Yeah,
So
yeah. My
I
bad.
said, huh?
My bad. I was gonna read the definition for you.
You got it.
It's injurious. Merriam-Webster dictionary says causing or likely to cause damage or harm.
Harmful. It says, be continually with a godly man that knoweth the commandment and will terror thee when thou shalt miscarry. So when you walking with a man who don't give a, as soon as he get the opportunity to see blood, it's off with your head, man. All right? You walking with gorillas, lions, and tigers. What you think they're gonna do you? If you a regular living person, you on side of gorilla, lion, and tiger, y'all all walking together. What you think they thinking about doing you, man? Just think about that. Put yourself with a real life gorilla, lion, and a tiger, and y'all just having a conversation, just la, walking by. What you think they gonna do you eventually, man? You got it, brother.
Yeah, sooner or later it's gonna be, hey, it's lunchtime. Hey, what's for lunch? You like, you know, Jake don't consider these things though, man. Jake really look up to like just violent, degenerate niggas, man. Even Jake that's not living that life, they look up to Jakes that so-called are, so they end up getting taken, man. And the Lord does that. The Lord set them up like that. Give men over to their lust.
Generation of vipers. This is a generation of vipers and scorpions, man.
Yeah.
You got it. Kabal, y'all got something out?
Actually, I wanted to read that red button. You hear me?
You got it?
It's Sirach 8:15 in the Good News translation. You should not travel with anyone who is reckless. It will cause you nothing but trouble.
Plain.
He will do any foolish thing he please, and you will die with him.
Plain and to the point.
Yeah.
Now we one more verse right quick.
Okay.
It's verse 16. You should not get into an argument with anyone who has a hot temper, or go to some place where the two of you will be alone. Violence means nothing to such a person, and he will attack you when there is no one to help you.
He gonna overthrow you, brother. He gonna overthrow you.
And the first person coming in your mind is Jake, man.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah, really.
Overthrow you.
He gonna overthrow
y'all. Like
you walk in your car with you. Now you gonna overthrow me at my car, man.
Yeah, can I walk with y'all?
Nah, no.
We good. We good, bro.
Right.
Nigga told me and the brother that, you know, we went and shit, and we coming downstairs out of the spot, and we walking back of the car, nigga, in the middle of the grass by the hospital, gonna say, hey man, can I walk with y'all? I feel safe walking with y'all. I said, no, you don't. You good.
Come on, brother. That nigga was tripping, not. He was tripping.
With some big ass Rockaway pants on, man.
No some in them pants.
With cuffs in them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the strange man, boy.
Can't trust a nigga still wearing Rockaway.
No kind. At all. At all.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he just finished watching that state property movie like last night. Who knows what's on that nigga's mind? You know,
just get out.
Get down and lay down.
Colorful pockets with the RW on there. Oh hell no.
Yeah, brother. And his G Nikes was strung all the way to the top. You gotta watch out for them niggas, bro.
Jake got that 2002 demon on him, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And do rag at the same time. Niggas true, man.
Yeah, Jake about to get judged. But push out. You got something?
No, I don't got nothing.
All right, you can give me Sirach 1, 3, 11, and 12.
It's Sirach 1, verse 11. It says, the fear of the Lord is honor and glory, and gladness and a crown of rejoicing.
Right, a crown of rejoicing. That comes with the fear of the Lord. Because when you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, you don't fear anything in this world. You don't fear men's opinions. You don't fear getting arrested. You don't even fear death. That's what the Spirit of the Lord does you. You just, I'm not saying you're suicidal and you're looking to die, but you don't fear it. You're not plagued by what if this happens, what if that happens. You know the Lord is in control of everything. You serve a power that controls all good and evil on the earth. And that comes with a crown of rejoicing. Keep going.
So the fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart and giveth joy and gladness and a long life.
God, it gives us joy and gladness, man. We're elated by everything that's happening, man. We say it all the time in this camp specifically. Hey, if the Lord with it, we with it. We with it. Whatever the Lord's with, we cool with it. That includes, horrible, so-called horrible things in the world. That includes horrible things that happen to you. Typically, something horrible happened to you. The Lord's preparing you for something else. He's making room in your life, time in your life. 6 months later, you look back like, man, I'm glad that happened. I wasn't happy as it was happening, but you look back on it like, man, the Lord really, he delivered me, Keep going.
Verse 13, it says, who feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death.
God, it says, whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last. And we're in the last right now. We're in the last seconds of the last days. So it's going to go well with the elect, those that fear the Lord. There's nowhere in the scriptures where somebody's going to serve the Lord their whole life, and then at the last second, the Lord's just going to change his mind. Now I'm going to put y'all back in slavery again. After I destroy Babylon, you wicked niggas from Chicago, the ITR niggas, they used to teach that after World War III, we're going to go into slavery one more time just for a little bit.
What?
Just so totally bugged out. Yeah, just totally bugged. They're not teaching anymore, obviously. The Lord just completely had them delete all their videos. They were bugged out of their minds, man. This is the time of the victory. All right. The actual servants of the Lord are going to get the victory. All these scoffers and weirdos and people that come out the truth and try to change the doctrine, they're about to get put to death. And it's clear. You can clearly see it. You got it out.
We'll get the victory lap too, man. All that, man. Checker flag, all that shit. The trophy, the crown. We're going to get all that shit, man. These niggas talking about going back in slavery, man. Taboo-minded niggas, man.
Yeah. They said we're going to be delivered from America back to Jerusalem, and then we're going to go into slavery a little bit in Jerusalem. I was like, what the fuck? These dudes bugged the fuck.
That's wild, bro.
Man. Yeah, horrible. But that's what the Lord will do you when you don't fear him. When you start, every single person that we see come up against the elders and apostles, the Lord completely bugs them out.
That's right.
Every time, man. But
I got something for y'all.
Going off the comment board. Oh, you got it out.
Okay. This is Proverbs 3, and I'm going to start at the top. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to me. So, again, just backing you up, that fear of the Lord, at the end, is going to have us. We're going to have that peace. We're not going to trip out about any of this shit that's really going on. We know that what's at the end of it, and these scriptures tell us what's at the end. And how we shall uphold ourselves.
God, beautiful point. Anything else? All right. So with that, I brought this lesson was edifying and also exhorting to the elect, just to let you know you're going to be rejoicing in these days. If your heart is pure, if you've been serving the Lord with true intentions, the Lord's going to reward you with a peace of mind that and a rejoicing spirit. You're not going to be bugged out like these people. So Abaratazadis was edifying. So we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to the hopeful elect. Shalawam.
Shalom.